I need to move out. Like, I needed to move out yesterday. Look at this. My roof fell on me while I was sleeping last night. I mean, are you joking? So today I'm taking you guys apartment hunting. Today we're gonna be looking at an apartment and a house. I really want the house. The house is in a nice gated community, way more spacious. I just think it's very ideal for 3 people to live in. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get the house. And yeah, let's fucking go, because we gotta get out of here. So when I toured the house, I didn't think about the audio quality, and it is insanely echoey because obviously the whole house is empty. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a voiceover real quick. So that little shed comes with the house. This is the backyard. They were currently building this like little roof over where the washing and dryer goes, which is very ideal. I'm very grateful that they did that. It has a garage. I've never lived in a house that has a garage, especially with the door. So that was amazing. Also a driveway. This is the kitchen. It's very modern style. That is not our stuff. That is the previous owner's stuff. And yeah, look how spacious it is. I mean, the door is so modern, so clean. I don't know why the video is so zoomed in. But yeah, this is the living room. And I was counting. You can't tell. But I was counting. There is 10 plugs with just the kitchen and the living room all together. And there's 2 plugs per outlet. So that's 10 plugs together. And let's go straight to this modern style, beautiful bathroom. I mean, look at this. I've never seen a house this nice. This is honestly such an ideal house. This is what we wanted. And look. Just wait till I show the shower. It is European style where it's only like a half door kind of vibe. And yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. And let's go me real quick. And then the second bathroom. Actually, this is going to be my room. I'm probably going to put my setup right around here. There wasn't light at the time I made this video, but now we do have water and electricity. There's like 5 plugs in my room, a nice spacious closet. I mean, absolutely everything to fit all my essentials. Just showing what was behind the door. And yeah, it's a very small room, but enough for me to fit everything, considering I'm not even going to live here for about 4 to 5 months while I'm out in college. And yeah, this is the hallway closet where we're going to store, you know, all our little things. And right here, I'm in the other bathroom. The bathrooms are identical. The only thing is they're like inverted. So one is facing left and one is facing right. And yeah. So now we're going to go into, I believe this is my mother's room. Yeah. Me and my brother decided to give her the biggest room. She was literally fighting with us. She was like, no, when do you guys take the biggest room with the air in it? But honestly, yeah. So that was my mother's room. Very big. A way bigger closet than the rest. And then this will be my brother's room. It is almost identical. I think my room is slightly smaller. But I made that sacrifice because I'm not even going to live here for a little bit. Alright, same situation, crazy echo, so I'm going to have to go through the apartment. Now, the apartment was technically a 1 room, but basically what the landlord wanted us to do was to split this really weirdly shaped room. Honestly, this apartment, we never thought it was going to work because if you see that main door towards the left, it opens up and you go straight into a different person's apartment. So it was just so weird. It was a very weirdly shaped, it was like L style. But yeah, huge hallway. Honestly, the house or the apartment is honestly very huge. And this is like the main like kind of living room situation. It is connected to the kitchen. There was no electricity here. And honestly, I don't know what the landlord was doing, but he literally left everything in here. It was such a mess. And I'm just going back and forth trying to kind of show you guys what was going on. And then this is the kitchen island. Honestly, I really do like the kitchen, but it was just so messy and it just didn't feel like the right connection. That's why we ultimately ended up going with the house. And this honestly, the bathroom was huge, but it was way bigger compared to the other one at the house. But the house does have 2, which I don't know. That's kind of more ideal. And here I am vlogging myself vlogger style. It has a gate. Honestly, this is where it gets a little weird because the shape of it, this is basically just a huge house and they just separated into a bunch of mini houses. If you see that staircase there, that is a door. That door, you open it and you turn to the right and it's a different person's apartment and there's a random window that they can literally just stare at us through. So it was just so weirdly shaped. And honestly, I didn't know. It was just not the vibe. But honestly, look at this right here. This outdoor area is so beautiful. This is definitely more on the camp style, the kind of like Greenland farm like part of Puerto Rico. So yeah, it was honestly this huge walkway. and it was just so long. It's perfect. If you guys don't know, I have 7 dogs and a cat, so it would have been very nice for them to live here. But look at this view. I mean, that is a beautiful view. It is crazy what God graces us with. And look at that. Clouds is a perfect. This is honestly an average. This was like Thursday. This is an average Thursday in Puerto Rico. So yeah. And look, I am vlogging myself again. Honestly, vlogging is kind of the vibe. I really like the IRL style. But yeah, we ultimately ended up going with the house, and wait till you see what happened next. This was the day they told us we could finally move into the house, and look at all the things. And trust me, pay attention to everything that is on the floor, because it is very important. Like, for example, look at my suitcase wide open on the floor. My brother had his PC on the floor. Luckily, my mother literally brought barely anything, so she got very lucky, because wait till you see what happened. Whole house drowned. Look at you see where the line is on my guitar? That's how much water I got. So what exactly happened to the house? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. So basically, when I went to look at the house in the first video, there was still no electricity and still no water, because you had to pay the electricity and water separately. So we called, we made a phone call. The water was supposed to be put on a certain day or whatever. The people that put the water, they left the main like water source key open, which is fine. It's completely normal for most houses. But for some reason, the pressure like burst open onto one of these shower like handles. Like, if I show you guys the shower right now, it's completely off. We're waiting for the landlord to fix it. So it completely popped off, and it just kept flooding and flooding. It reached about 6 inches of water. And I don't know, obviously you guys can't tell, but in the main clip where I showed you guys moving in, there's a backpack that is laying down sideways. My PlayStation was in that backpack, and it got completely submerged in water. And somehow my phone that was in there works, my controller for my PlayStation works, my monitor works, which was also on the floor. My main thing that got harmed was my clothes, because I left it open on the floor because I was packing for college, and I was expected to come back to the house later that day. Luckily, we have a neighbor. She kind of heard the noise, and she was like, what is that? And she kind of heard the water like coming out of the drainage pipes. So she was like, oh my god. So she closed it, and then she left a note on our door that was like, hey, the water was running out. I don't know how much things got harmed or whatever. So we went and checked, and yeah, my brother's PC's power source is completely done. He needs to replace that, but luckily it's nothing too serious. My mother's like shelf, what you guys saw in the video, she had like all her bags. That, because of the pressure of the water, it fell down. And yeah, but luckily it wasn't too many things. It was mainly just our clothes, which I'm currently drying right now, so we should be good. But it was just such a crazy thing to happen to us. But luckily we figured out the problem before we moved into the house, so now we should have heated water, we should have electricity, and we should be good to go as soon as we move in, which hopefully should be tomorrow. I got really lucky it all works. Oh my gosh.